So the Samsung Galaxy S23 has been out for a couple of months now, which is pretty surprising. So let's see how it's holding up in the middle of 2023. Now this is not a full review. I've already kind of hit on everything I feel about with this device, but I will say a few things have changed for the most part. We are starting to see some of these Samsung Galaxy S23s getting sold in the used market now, which is very surprising. So we can take a look at how much those things are being sold for and so many different things like that too. Now the first thing I want to say, the Galaxy S23, still a very good phone. I would 1000% recommend buying it. It's a very, very good device for the most part. There's not really a whole lot to complain about with this type of phone. I feel like it's a very good device. Samsung did a very good job with it. There were a few body changes that I didn't really like, but for the most part, the display on the front, that 6.1-inch dynamic Amoled display looks beautiful. And still to this day, and probably for the next couple of days, probably for the next couple of years for the most part, it's going to be insane what Samsung's going to be able to do with that type of device. You're still getting USB Type-C, you're still getting pretty much everything on this body that you normally would get, from when it first came out, like not even like 3 months ago. You're getting a very, very good back for the most part. That frosted glass back is really nice, and I'm so glad they kept it there. Coming from the previous generation, actually the two previous generations where they put a plastic back on it, this one definitely feels a lot nicer. Then you have that triple camera setup, and I'm still not 1000% used to it. Like I said, I had the Galaxy, they put the same type of back on the Galaxy A54, on their Galaxy A14. They should have changed up the styling a little bit for the Pro models, like the more expensive ones. Again, there's not much we can do about it, but whatever. I've already complained too much about that at that time as well. So in terms of the outside, still looks great. I love the way this thing looks, and definitely for sure, like if you want to get a phone, this is by far one of the better ones you can probably buy this year. Now on top of that, I kind of mentioned the price tag a little bit. These things are pretty much selling around, I would say around $500 to $600. If you're getting one in decent condition, it's probably going to cost you upwards of $650. But for the most part, these things are depreciating pretty much what I expected, maybe like $100 to $200 as this point. Probably, I would say come September, when the next Galaxy Z's come out, the Galaxy Tab comes out, and then the iPhones come out, these things are probably going to be around $400 to $500, probably more so for decent condition ones. So they're probably going to go down like another $100, $200. Now, in terms of the camera setup, still looks great. Not too much has changed here either. I still think they're very, very solid cameras. And from the phones that have came out this year so far, I think the S23s pretty much have the best cameras. You know, they're better than the OnePlus 11s. They're clearly better than the Pixel 7a's. So I definitely do think these camera modules are very, very good. I like them a lot, and they're still holding up very, very well, and they're going to be holding up very well probably for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, to be honest. 8K on the back, 4K 60 on the front. Like I said, that I did test like the Snapchat and TikTok and those types of video qualities. They were good, but I still feel like they could do better. And hopefully Samsung can work with those manufacturers, those app developers again, to make the performance of those cameras a little bit better than what they are currently. In terms of software, same old thing. Starting off with Android 13. It's gotten several One UI updates so far, which is surprising. I feel like in the next couple of weeks, we're probably going to be getting, some other, One UI updates. I'm hoping by the time the end of this year comes around, we are getting One UI 6 on this thing, like we probably should be planned. And I'm curious to see what devices are going to be taken out on One UI 6. But this thing on One UI 5 and One UI 5.1, very good. I still think it's a very good performing phone on One UI, and I think One UI has definitely been improving so far for the last couple of years. Performance is also still very good on this phone. There hasn't been a huge defect on this phone, which is the thing I mostly look out for during these types of reviews, and this phone is still very good. Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset, 8 gigs of RAM, very, very solid type of performing phone that you're getting on this thing, and that is something that I love. If you're getting a phone like the, Samsung Galaxy S23, it's still going to be one of the best performing phones that you can buy, and that's honestly something I love about this device. So, at the end of the day, what I'll definitely tell you, the Samsung Galaxy S23 is still completely worth buying. It's a very good phone. If you have a little bit more money, you may want to go for the S23 Plus or the S23 Ultra if you're okay with the size. But if you're not, you could still just pretty much go on and just buy the Samsung Galaxy S23 because it's that good of a phone in my opinion still. So if you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.